Hello, my beautiful Pisces. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. If you don't know who I am Brandy, and this is Sacred Arcana Tarot. Today we have a general love reading for all of those singles out there. I have already shuffled the cards to save some time, so let's get straight to your reading. And then we have the Page of Wands on the bottom. Okay, Pisces. It looks to me like you're leaving something behind. You're crossing, you are crossing into new waters. You are heading in a different direction. Her thoughts are leading her in a new, they're leading her down a new path. Traditionally, this card has the people hunkered down in a boat, and there are 6 swords behind them. In this case, she has wrangled her thoughts to power the boat, basically. So it's her thoughts, it's her desires that are moving her forward. So this is something new. Something is starting anew here. The next card you've got is the Chariot card. Now that's really fast-moving energy. It's interesting that both of these cards are here because in the 6 of Swords, she has to be able to control these ravens, these thoughts. And she has with the strings that are attached. With the Chariot, you are making an effort to really wrangle in 2 opposing energies. So it could be that you want to start a new relationship, but another part of you is saying, well, but do I really have time for that? That's an example. But Spirit is saying you've definitely got the ability to do this. You've already done it here. There's no reason why you can't do it here. The Chariot really means a lot of, it's very fast moving. I mean, it's just like boom, and it's there. It can also mean determination, like you could be determined to put whatever happened here behind you, to where you are really just focusing on the future. You're just barreling forward so you can see what is coming next. It's definitely a level of control here. And I really think it stems from this. Something has happened, probably the end of February, and you've decided, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not playing this game anymore. It's time to go to a completely different area. It's time to just, head further away, hit that zone where I know I'm in control and I'm happy. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm gonna move you guys just a little bit so you can. So let's look at the world. Love, love, love the world. The world is a wonderful card to get. Now, there's a lot of success with this. When you get the World card, it is also indicative of a cycle is coming to an end. Some kind of completion is happening. I mean, it could even mean that you're actually literally traveling. I always see this card as like crossing new waters. So some of you may actually be traveling this month, in the month of March. And while you're traveling, you might meet someone. I mean, this feels very much like there's going to be a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of high energy, a lot of creativity. I mean, you're really owning your creativity, your fire, your light. So, I mean, you are really, really pulling out all the stops, it feels like. I mean, it really feels like you are centering on yourself. You have what's the phrase I'm looking for? The world is your oyster. It's wonderful. And it all stems from this. The fact that you are leaving something behind. You are starting anew. You are really focusing your thoughts and energy and actions to the future. So these are the scene setters. These first three are the scene setters. These two give you an idea of where the direction is heading, where the energy is heading for the month. And this is going to be the outcome card. So the Nine of Wands overlaps the Six of Swords and the Chariot. To me, this really kind of solidifies determination. This is a woman who has earned everything that she's gotten with her own two hands. She has built this fence. She has, tended this land. This is someone with a lot of determination, a lot of stamina, a lot of fierce, the word that comes to mind is fierce boundaries. She is a woman who knows when to say no, and she is a woman that knows her worth. And I really feel like that's reflective of you, Pisces. I mean, this is definitely you guys. And this feels kind of like the attitude behind this, but because of the decision you've made with this, it's really made you focus forward. It's really made your determination to move on even stronger. Absolutely even stronger. And in fact, I mean, this almost feels like she's kind of defiant. Like her face, she's kind of like, yeah, what you gonna do about it? I've earned every penny I've ever made. She's awesome. And it almost feels like because this has happened to you, this has made you even more determined to be who you are, to follow what you want. So if you're looking for love, it definitely feels like there may be less focus of love, almost like you're leaving love, like you're getting a reprieve to where you are focusing on yourself so that you can really, really connect with the person who gets you, I mean, lumps, bumps, warts, and all. I mean, this feels like you're like, you know what? I'm not going to keep doing the same thing over and over. I've made the decision. I'm moving on. You're grabbing the reins and you're accepting yourself for who you really are. And that's great. I mean, you've really got to do that to find the love that you're looking for in life, because you're only going to find the love that you reflect out into the world. So if you're looking for a strong partnership, Spirit is saying you're moving into that kind of energy. So let's look at the Six of Wands reversed. Excuse me. So the Six of Wands typically is a card of celebration. I mean, this is a card of acknowledgement. And yeah, I mean, she's on stage, so everybody sees her success and they're applauding her and they're like, woohoo, look at that badass. But in this case, it's reverse. So it's almost like there is a feeling of resentment in a way, and I think it could stem from this. There's like still a little level of bitterness there that you're kind of holding on to where you're still kind of looking back and you're like, I can't believe that happened. Also be aware, since it is touching the world, you could be experiencing some feelings of self-doubt. So while the majority of you feel this way and that's what everyone is seeing, the inner part of you could be having a little bit of doubt where, can I really do this? Can I really fully move away? Do I have the strength to carry on? Am I confident enough in my own self, in my own body, to move on and find someone, to find what I'm really looking for? Because this feels like, I hate to say it, Pisces, this feels less like you're going to find love in March and more like you are moving away from a situation to where you can find self-love so that love will come in even stronger later. Okay, so let's look at the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is covering the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Pisces, are you having any issues with, I mean, this really feels like issues with worth, like your own worth, the worth of others. Can you see how there's the figure 8, the infinity symbol here? It's like it's the give and take of energy, right? And that energy in this case is resources, abundance. It doesn't just have to be money. It can be anything that you consider as a resource. Okay? So it feels like if you can get over this hurdle of questioning your self-worth, you'll be in a better position for balancing that energy, balancing that mindset to where you're really open to meeting new people, open to basically where you are in life. You have to be okay with you and be okay with yourself before you can draw that in. Like I said before up here, I mean, you can't be focused on the negative if something negative has happened. You've got to recognize that it's happened and you've got to let it go to move forward. And this feels like you're starting to, by the end of the month, you're really starting to get into that flow of where you accept that there is highs and lows, there's give and take. It's just kind of the way of the world. It's the way the energy flows in and out and moves along its path. I'm going to draw a card. I hadn't been drawing cards, and the last 2 or 3 I have, because I'd like to get a little more information on that Six of Pentacles. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there we go. Interesting. It's Justice reversed. Wow, talk about kind of a contradiction there. Pisces, that's really interesting. So when this is upside down, it can show an imbalance, even though this is showing a balance. Wow. You would think it'd be kind of like an oxymoron. But the fact that this is closer to the Six of Wands, I really wonder, I get the feeling that they're saying you've really got to cut, you have to cut the oh woe is me, right? You've got to cut yourself away from the past. If you're truly going to move forward into this new part of your life, a new life path even, you have to cut away all of these strings from the past. It really feels like she hasn't done that. She has kept these strings attached to either always remind her of what has happened, kind of like a safety net, or as a way to where she just can't quite let go yet. So Spirit says you need to be aware that harboring negative feelings from the past, it's not going to let you move forward. You're going to end up kind of stuck here in the Six of Wands, where you feel like you might be moving forward, or you're like, hey, I am moving forward, when actually you're just kind of treading water. So be mindful of that. This is what Spirit wants you to achieve. Spirit wants you to be in the flow of life, to be in the flow of energy, because with Pentacles, with resources and abundance, that also equals love. That will bring in the love that you're looking for. I mean, this really does feel like, for some of you, for who this reading is resonating with, I get the feeling you've left a relationship. Or something has happened to where you doubt yourself. You've doubted yourself to where you're like, you know what, maybe someone has made you feel worthless. Maybe somebody has made you feel like you're not enough. Maybe you did something and you couldn't believe. Maybe you dated the wrong person, or whatever it is that gave you this negative self-image. You've really got to work through that. And it feels like you've acknowledged it, and you're trying to put your thoughts in order to where you can control them and they don't control you. And Spirit is saying in March you have an opportunity for that. You really have an opportunity to seize the thoughts and lead yourself where you really want to go. And you have that quick fiery energy that'll come in when you accept that, yeah, okay, I'm gonna wrangle these thoughts myself. Things are gonna start happening really, really fast. You're going to be able to move forward. Some of you may even be traveling, and you may meet someone while you're traveling. definitely abroad, don't be afraid to show the badass bitch that you are. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Just don't be afraid to show who you really are. And don't deny your achievements to make others feel better about themselves. If you've done something, if you've accomplished something, own it. Say, hell yeah, I did that, and I did it by myself. Nobody helped me. Don't let the doubt, that internal mental doubt, creep in. Let people tell you that, you know what, you worked hard for those achievements. Don't push them away. Don't let them just kind of fall off to the wayside. Own them. You know, I did this. I worked hard for this. You've earned the ability to celebrate even though you don't feel like it. And then finally, like I said, Spirit wants you to really focus on the balance and flow of energy that can bring in more abundance, that can bring in more people into your life, more love, and accept that. You're going to have to fight through this justice reverse. You're really going to have to fight with that instinct of holding on to the past, whether it's emotions or memories, or because sometimes it can be hard. It'd be hard to cut the past away, especially people from your past. And this feels like you're having difficulty doing that. But once you become okay with it, once you kind of become at peace with that decision, then things are going to really start flowing, and then you're going to end up being able to really ride this energetic wave that Spirit wants you to experience. Pisces, is that exactly how I was hoping the reading would go for you guys? I was hoping that I would be getting, you know, lots of Cups cards, but there's not a single Cups card. So this feels more like an internal self-love journey than a, you know, passionate soulmate reading. So Pisces, I hope this resonated with you. Remember, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. Take what does and leave the rest. If you got something out of it, please leave me a comment below. Let me know how it resonated with you. If you liked it, hit that like button, tap that subscribe button, and ding, that bell notification. It lets you know when I upload new videos. Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye.